Yes, we're ready.
Well, welcome to another edition of Man Cave Cooking.
It's your turn to cook, by the way.
Yes, it is my turn to cook. This is why I broke out Lola the crock pot.
All right, what you going to put in it?
Well, look, first let me tell about Lola real quick.
Oh, okay,
This is my crock pot, and I named her Lola because I had a grandmother named Lola, and also there was a damn good song by a band called the Kinks. The name of the song was Lola, Lola. So this is Lola the crock pot. Now tonight I'm going to kick off a really special meal for the weekend, okay, y'all? I'm going to set Lola the crock pot down into an empty sink. Get a good shot over there. Look at this beautiful little pile of meat we got going on here. So, all right, so we decided we're in the mood for ribs for Sunday dinner. And what we're going to do is have a mixture of both pork and beef ribs. But this
is better. There's
a very specific way that we do this. It's called Man Cave Ribs. It's a wonderful recipe. Now watch this. Really easy. Any dumbass, any kind of regular dude could do it, okay? So we're starting out with this slice of pork, this cut of pork that's called finger spare ribs. These are pork finger spare ribs. You can find them at H-E-B here in Texas. And I'm going to line the bottom of the pot first with just these boneless finger spare ribs. Lacey, thank you, baby, for getting a good up-close shot of how I'm lining the bottom of Lola with these finger spare ribs. But look right over here and notice that after I put the last spare rib in, we come up to the beef spare ribs. So these are beef ribs, you know, the kind that come from a cow or bull. And they are delicious when they're cooked right, when they're cooked properly, they're cooked tenderly. They come away from the bone very easy. The pork ribs, of course, we know, cooking in a crock pot, they're going to fall apart in your mouth. And we want to get the same sort of tenderness, the same sort of consistency with the beef that we are the pork. So
you're way too serious.
I am. This is a serious operation. I'm serious. Come on, man. So I want you to notice that what I'm going to do with these beef ribs is I'm going to stand those up straight in the pot around, or have them leaning sort of up against or on top of the ribs, so that they're actually standing up. And there's a good reason for having them stood up like that. You'll see that in a minute when I get the last one in. And oh, that's a good looking hunk of meat right there.
That's mine. No.
So this will be for you for tomorrow. So I did what I could to kind of get the beef ribs sort of angled, standing up or whatever. And notice that I used this really super nice Japanese badass meat cleaver to chop this yellow onion in half. It was just one whack and I got it. So I'm going to take this half an onion and put it right in the middle.
Upside down.
Upside down, right in the middle, the flat side down. And what will happen with that is all through the night, because it's 11:35 at night here in San Antonio, Texas, everybody. And we're about to go back to the back part of the house. And I'm going to leave Lola the crock pot cooking. But before I put Lola back into her base and plug her in, we got a couple of more things to do. So we got to feel really good about this before we go to bed. So now I'm gonna wash the grease from the meat off my hands. I got a little bit of juice and blood from the meat on my hands. I'm gonna get my hands nice and clean and dry. But there's a couple of more secret ingredients that have to go with Lola in the crock pot, and so that I want everybody to see that this is a very, very special brand name of barbecue sauce too. It's called Sweet Baby Ray's. This is Chicago-style barbecue sauce. Now, no, I'm not a Yankee. I'm from the South. But I guarantee you, a dude in the South invented Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue and took it up north.
It's got brown sugar in it.
Yes, it does. It has brown sugar, molasses, and some other secret ingredients, I'm sure. But watch what I do here. I'm going to open up my bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. And I'm just going to drown the meat. I mean, I'm talking use at least half a bottle.
I think you're using the whole bottle.
Yeah.
That's a nice...
That's barbecue sauce. Now, we can add more to that tomorrow, but look, I've coated the top. Now, you got to remember, we got meat packed all the way down to the bottom layer of this crock pot. So we want the flavors of the onion and the barbecue sauce to seep down slowly throughout the night. Got one last little thing to do. I never really added anything besides the barbecue sauce that gives it any well-defined salt flavor. Now, I try to stay a little health conscious, but I'm looking for the teriyaki sauce, honey. Do you think it's in the refrigerator? Let's look. I think we've refrigerated it. Look down here and see if can we find some teriyaki sauce in our refrigerator. Good God, honey. You got this refrigerator packed with so many...
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Looks good. A little bit of low sodium teriyaki. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a salty flavor. But I prefer teriyaki sauce over soy sauce because it's made also with sesame oil. Now this is... teriyaki sauce is basically just soy sauce with some sesame oil added. And what else, honey? What did you say else was in teriyaki sauce?
I forget.
Well, you told me. So sesame oil with soy sauce goes in the teriyaki. I'm going to just kind of put a good little glob of it in there and splash or two, whatever you want to call it, and let it go. And that's it, man. Next is the lid. And we are off and running. I'm not sure where the lid to the
in the drawer.
It is. Down here?
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, here it is. No, that's not it.
Try the other drawer.
No, here. Let's see here. Ah, here we go. Here is Lola's lid right there. Now I gotta make sure that the lid's gonna go down. And remember too, if the lid doesn't go all the way over the top when it's that full, after it cooks down a little bit, it will. So
Good.
that looks like a pretty good fit. This is just as simple as I'm gonna find my cord here. Make sure I can get to that.
Don't worry about that.
And here we go.
Good job.
So this is it. Caveman ribs, Texas style. Tomorrow we'll get back with you, let you know how it turns out. Thanks, folks. Good night.